Dun, 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 dun.
I think there might be another movie studio out there that's a wee bit upset with Marvista Entertainment at the moment because they're like, we released a horror film back how many years ago of the same name, and then you happen to just make this new movie and plucked our title. So now when people go on IMDb, they're going to see yours. I think it's second on the list, but you kind of stole the title, friend request. But Marvista's like, but it works so well for ours, right? The irony that people think friend requests are such a great thing, but maybe those friendships or relationships sitting at the center of that idea are not the best, right? The toxicity of that, which again, even in the scenario I just mentioned, I'm sure with Marvista and that rival studio, whoever did friend request, I never saw the film, so I'm not familiar with that one, but I'm sure there's some toxic bad blood between the two of them right now. It's like, we want our title back, but a friend request, we've all had experiences with those types of things, whether they be in person or online. I actually thought, based on the idea of a friend request, as we contextualize it these days, that an online relationship was going to be at the center of this. You think again about like a friend request, it makes sense. You think Facebook friend requests or Twitter people or just people online, maybe specifically the trolls or the haters. We've all got them. We're all familiar with those types of requests or people online that can be good or bad, right? But again, this seems to go a bit broader than the online world, and fittingly so, because bad relationships and bad friendships happen all over life, right? There's toxicity everywhere, beyond the never sphere of the internet. But friendships and relationships, they can be a good thing. I don't want to dismiss them, even though I'm a single guy. They're fine. But sometimes with certain people, those bonds can be toxic. And if you don't remain in control of those and aware that those people exist and can easily come into your life, be careful, because you should be letting them go before they can get too damaging, right? And toxicity unchecked. Ooh. Especially in romantic relationships, because toxic romantic relationships are a whole nother ballgame. Ooh. They can get really ugly and even sometimes horrific. That's perfect for this movie, by the way, for a horror thriller film. Once you tangle revenge into the equation, it gets even worse. This film is spinning on a downhill spiral really quickly. But as you can see from the IMDb synopsis for this new film from Marvista, a successful family man is seduced by an ex-girlfriend who is out for revenge for a past wrongdoing. Jealousy is a ravenous, destructive beast. And I don't know if that's what the center of this, but hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. We are all familiar with that expression, and obviously, just to get it out of the way, that applies to men too. You can easily transfer men in there, because some men out there can act very... Is toxically a word? No. Act in very toxic ways themselves, right? We're all familiar that there are people like that out there, and it crosses the gender line. But in this case, it's an ex-girlfriend. So the saying applies very well. But what's at the root of the bitterness? Is it maybe like another Marvista Entertainment film, Fallen Queen, or Fallen Beauty, I think was the other name? Again, they switch the names sometimes of these films, so it's hard to tell which one they pick. But, is this woman, I don't remember her character name, I didn't look it on the list, but I'm guessing Maria. Does Maria feel that she was not recognized as well, like the cheerleader of that other film? She had the man in mind for her desires, but he never really saw her. Is that kind of what's at the center of this? That never ventured love from the other party. Maybe perhaps she's jealous of his success. It says in the synopsis that he is a very successful man. Perhaps maybe they broke up just before he became successful and she feels cheated. There could be some easy explanation there, or something else sitting at the bottom of the well. Let's see. Okay. Let's forget the title. Oh, Friend Request. Yeah, I shouldn't be able to forget that because it's a very familiar title. As always, we're going to watch this first. We're going to talk about it more, make a condensed review while watching the video together, and let's hope they don't spoil it too much. Again, I've said this before with many other films, especially when it comes to Marvista thrillers. This is a running trend with their thriller trailers. Don't spoil your movie, please. But they keep doing it. So it's like, okay, hopefully you'll learn at some point. All right, let's take a look. Again, toxic relationships. They can be really bad to experience in real life, but for a thriller, they're perfect. Okay, here we go. Ooh. That's a pretty opening shot.
Chicago has ever seen.
I love fog in the
My
morning.
main man, Malik Tucker.
Who is Raina?
It's just an old girlfriend who sent me a friend request.
Did I get it wrong? I thought Maria was.
I married the
I guess it's Raina.
You married Michelle thanks to me introducing you to her after law school.
I won't be able to make it to your college reunion.
Oh.
So she's not going to the reunion where your ex will be?
Oh, she got ready for this.
You look even more beautiful than when we were in college.
Single malts, right?
Right.
She took note.
Good morning, love.
You cheat on your wife, dude?
This never happened.
Your awesome wife just got hired to cater another event. I want you to meet Raina. She booked me during your reunion weekend. Michelle.
Here's your check. Since moving to Chicago, I haven't met a lot of people.
Boy, she's worming her way into their life.
She's really my best friend.
I would really love to have someone like that.
Michelle.
Raina's
Did Raina say what she's gonna do about the father?
It's either her and the baby, or she's gonna tell his wife.
But secrets will be revealed when the mask comes off.
Ooh. Good scripting.
What are you doing here, Raina?
Who is this? Malik?
Did you know that Malik was having an affair?
No.
Malik? Get out! Malik?
What is it?
Malik! We're meant to be together.
No.
This is gonna get messy very quickly. But dude, can't say it didn't work. Maybe she drugged him. That could be a possibility too. You know, that does happen. But, dude, you're not making it very easy. I mean, when you cheat on your wife, that's really not going to play out well at all. Especially if that girl's out for revenge. Which, for her, it's not a good thing to do, but perfect to make this a really bad. You know, she's not playing. It's like, if I'm gonna get my revenge, we're going the full mile. I'm gonna destroy their relationship. I'm gonna burn it. We're gonna go all out on this. But I wish she could be a little more careful. Like, he should expect this. Like, maybe, you know, always be on your guard, right? This seems to be a bit of a toxic person. But again, I didn't think they spoiled it exactly too much. What's at the root of this? I thought they said something about, like, maybe she's pregnant. That could part. I guess maybe, you know, I tried to discern it best from the trailer, but sometimes it plays so fast it's hard for me to take note of everything. But I'm like, perhaps, maybe when they did, maybe she's got a kid, and that kid is his. And he's not been there. Maybe he's in the center of this. Maybe justifiably so. Maybe he ditched her or something. I don't know. Again, jealousy can go so many ways. But as far as a thriller revenge, I mean, the whole, like, the scene, obviously, where, like, the adultery is taking place. Like, I don't need to see everything in a movie, please. Again, although this is airing on television, it is a TV-based film. So you can't. I mean, I don't think these films always air late night. I think some of them may air during the day. So sometimes there's just some things you can't show on TV. Not everything is HBO, which is nice. So not everything is shown as it would normally be imagined in real life. You don't always see everything on screen, but even kind of just what they showed, I'm like, it's a bit much. I get it. Moving on. There's ways to do it that are a little more subtle, but still bring the message home without stepping on too many toes, being like, this makes it a little uncomfortable. But clearly, you know, she's not playing. She's going all out. She's really making it hard, I'm sure, for this guy, because, you know, when she shows up at that bar, she's really pretty. That dress is stunning. And that mask also looks beautiful on her, too. I love that line. They're like, what secrets would be unearthed when the mask comes off? Like, ooh, so deep, so dark. I love movies like this. The dark motives. It's perfect for a thriller. What do you guys think about Friend Request? I think it looks really haunting, but I'm like, I might be fast forwarding for that one scene, but I'm eager to take a look at it, because I'm just like, ooh, I want to see this relationship destroyed. I'm kidding. I want to see what's at the root of it. That sounds really bad. Like, I want to see two people that were in love just not have that anymore. But I don't mean that. I don't mean it sounds so bad. I'm like, in the context of watching a thriller film, this is perfect. I love films like this. The deep, unbridled, raw emotion. It's so great. But again, what do you guys think about Friend Request? Are you as eager to watch it as I am? Or maybe you've already seen it, because it's, as I understand, I'm covering this a bit late, so the trailer, you might have already seen this by now. Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Don't forget all the good stuff, like, subscribing, and that bell. That's an excellent Marvista thriller. In the future, we have plenty more to look at as well. Can the ever future ones stand up so well to this one? I think Friend Request looks pretty good, but we have the future to see if any more will, stand up as strong. But until that point, until we get to watch those videos, thanks for watching this one. I love you guys. Don't forget to love yourselves and fellow man. God bless and peace.